Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to make a Middle Eastern fragrances haul. I have been deep diving into all things fragrance here on YouTube and also on TikTok. So I have a couple of samples here that I got and I want to let you know what I thought about them, which ones I'm going to keep, which ones I'm going to sell, and which ones I have already sold because there were some which I did not really like. So let's get started. So the first fragrance that I want to talk about is the Lattafa Abiyedh Poudree. I don't really know how to say it. I'm going to say probably a bunch of these names wrong. That's okay. So this is how the bottle looks. So kind of pretty. You have here the Lattafa written at the bottom of the bottle, and I bought this fragrance because I saw some people saying that this could be a really good dupe for the Narciso Rodriguez Poudree, which I feel like is a really sophisticated white floral powdery fragrance. And I was like, okay, if this is a $20 dupe, let me check and see if I enjoy it as much as I enjoy the other one. Unfortunately, I don't really like it. I feel like it's giving old lady vibes, the kind of mixture or the blend that they have here with the florals that they use and with the powdery notes. It's giving old lady, and unfortunately I am going to sell this fragrance because it's just not for me. It's for someone, but not for me. In terms of its longevity, I would say you would get a 4 to 5 hours with this fragrance. I would say no sillage or barely to none. So yeah, that's it for this one. Okay, the next one is one that I did not expect to love as much as I do. This is the Lattafa Qaed Fursan Unlimited, and I got this sample from a French seller. I will leave it in the description below. And so this is a sweet, creamy, coconutty fragrance, a little fruity, and this really reminds me of when I worked at the Brandy Melville store. Their store fragrance smelled exactly like this. So if you've ever been to a Brandy Melville store, you've probably smelled this before. So I would say if you smell it straight from the bottle, you will get a lot more alcohol than it truly is on the fragrance. So once you spray it on your skin, you are going to feel the true notes of this fragrance. As I said, coconutty, milky, really well-rounded kind of fragrance. I would say this fragrance is more appropriate for summer or end of spring. And for lasting power, I would say you get probably 4 out of 5 out of this fragrance. In terms of sillage, not really much sillage there. You will definitely feel it on your skin and smell it on your skin when you move your hands, when you move your hair. But other than that, it's like there's not really a sillage here. Okay, the next fragrance that I want to talk about is called Rare Tiffany by Afnan. And this is how the bottle looks like on the image. And so this fragrance, I thought it was going to be a little different, or that my experience would be a little different with this one, because I saw a video on YouTube of a YouTuber saying that this fragrance was currently hard to come by and they really wanted to buy like a second bottle, a backup. And I don't really get it, because I feel like this fragrance is really heavy on florals, powdery, and roses. It's also giving me old lady vibes, mature lady vibes. I would say it's stronger. The heavy florals, heavy powderiness, the heavy roses are stronger than in the Lattafa's Abiyedh Poudree. So do with that what you want. One thing, this one lasts for a really long time. I used this the other day and honestly I did not like it from the beginning, but I was like, okay, let me give it a chance. I will wear it all day. And like after an hour I was already like, should I go wash my wrists because I cannot handle this scent anymore? But I used it throughout the day and this is truly not for me, and I don't know, I really did not like it, so this is a pass. Okay, next one I have Ameerat Al-Rehab Private Rose. So I got this fragrance because I was looking at some of Delina's dupes or possible dupes, and this one came up in the YouTube comments, and I was like, okay, let me check this one to see if I like it or not. And I find this fragrance to be a rosy and fruity kind of scent. Fruity, when I say fruity, I am thinking of oranges mixed with strawberries. For me, this fragrance is a lot more fresher at the beginning before the dry down. After a couple of minutes, I would say this turns into a kind of old rose syrupy kind of scent. It becomes really dark, I would say, really old, really dark, really like dusty roses. And I feel like this fragrance could be better. I don't really like the dry down. I don't think it's a fragrance for me, and so this one is a pass as well. Okay. Now this one is really good because I was not expecting this to be a dupe of something. So this is the Lattafa Pride Tharwan Gold. Yeah, I think it's Tharwan Gold. And this is a dupe for the Libre Intense from YSL. I actually like the Libre Intense fragrance, but I never bought it because everyone was buying it and wearing it, and I'm like, I don't want to smell like everyone else, so I did not get it. And when I wore it, I was like, this is a dupe for Libre Intense, like, and this lasted almost all day for me. So this is really good. You need to be careful because this will stain your clothes. I don't know if you can see it, but this is a little yellow from the oils in this fragrance, so be careful on your clothes. Yeah, this lasted a long time, +6 +8 hours on me. And yeah, I would say this is a dupe for Libre Intense with a touch of L'Interdit. This is one of my favorites from this haul. So yeah, Lattafa, you know what you're doing. So next one, I got another fragrance that I did not know was a dupe for another higher end fragrance. So this is Fleur de Orientica from Orientica. And apparently this is a dupe for Ex Nihilo's Fleur Narcotique. And my thoughts on this fragrance are, so this is a watery, fruity, tea-like kind of scent, white tea kind of scent, let's say. And this is a really clean, light, barely there kind of fragrance. Unfortunately, there's no sillage on this one. Also, the lasting power is really weak. I would say maybe 2 to 3 hours with this one. Even though it smells really pretty, really clean, really wedding-like, unfortunately, it does not last. I would say maybe wear this to bed. It would be a really bad go-to-bed fragrance. But yeah, unfortunately, no long-lasting power with this one. But this one is really, really pretty. This is how the bottle will look like if you buy it. And you can get it from Notino, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, I forgot the Haramain Amber Oud Ruby. So I got this one because my mom loves the Baccarat Rouge 540 Extrait de Parfum. And I was looking for a cheaper dupe for her. And so I got this one because I heard really good reviews. Unfortunately, this fragrance is full of alcohol. You definitely get the DNA for Baccarat Rouge, the Extrait, but the fragrance is full of alcohol. You cannot really embrace the fragrance because the alcohol is almost all you get through your nose. So I also sold that one. And also the Lattafa Khamrah. I know everyone on YouTube and on TikTok loves this fragrance. To me, it was a little too woody, boozy, masculine leaning for my taste. Yeah, it was too strong for me, boozy. I don't really like it. I'm not really a fan of boozy kind of fragrances and fragrances like replicas by the fireplace. I'm not really a fan of those kinds of fragrances, so unfortunately Lattafa Khamrah had to be sold. Okay, the next fragrance that I have is the Paris Corner Emir Elania. And this fragrance is a really pretty, rosy, fruity kind of scent. I would say from all of the rosy scents from this haul, this one is my favorite, both at opening and at the dry down. I would say this gives me a white tea, rosy kind of vibes. And unfortunately, the lasting power is not that great. I would say I get 3 to 4 hours with this one. But for a rosy scent, and you can put this in your bag and take it with you, this one is a really pretty scent. Is this something that I have not smelled before? no. You definitely can get something from Sephora with this kind of scent vibes, but for what it is and for the price, this is really great. Okay, next I have a dupe for Gentle Fluidity Gold from Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and this is the Barrakat Gentle Gold. Okay, the name speaks for itself. And I would say this is 85% Gentle Fluidity Gold. This has like a little alcohol note here that likes to stay in your skin, but I would say after maybe 30 minutes to an hour it disappears. And yeah, if you don't want to pay for the Gentle Fluidity Gold kind of money, you can really try this one from Barrakat. So lastly, I have two fragrances from Al-Rehab. Al-Rehab is a really famous brand for having really cheap fragrances, and the most famous one I believe is Choco Musk. And I actually have the perfume and I have the little oil roller. I have it in my drawer because I much prefer the fragrance version. The oil does not last that long on my skin, so the perfume is where it's at. And this is definitely a hot chocolate milk during the winter and you are in front of a fireplace. Yeah, you are in front of a fireplace and it's raining outside. This is the vibes that I get from Choco Musk. So this was really cheap. I got both the fragrance and the oil on Vinted for I think 13 euros. So it was a really great deal. So check this one out, maybe on Vinted or on Amazon. I also saw this on Amazon, and yeah, really great one. And lastly, I don't have the bottle here, but it is the Al-Rehab French coffee. So this is a little sample that I already sold because I did not really enjoy it. I was getting this fragrance because I wanted coffee kind of scent, and I don't have that in my collection yet. But honestly, all I got from the sample was 20% coffee, 80% alcohol. So I thought, okay, I'll sell this to someone, maybe it works for them. On my skin it did not work. The lasting power for the Choco Musk, I would say maybe 5 to 6 hours. On French coffee, maybe I got like 2 to 3 hours of that 20% of coffee. So yeah, not great. So that will be it for me, guys. I hope this video helped you in any way in making some decision on what kind of fragrances or samples to get next from Middle Eastern brands. Definitely check my next video, which will be a niche fragrance haul. I have samples from brands like Commodity, Khamrah Barcelona, Cherjov, so definitely check that out. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!